Lila Roman's phone buzzed so hard it danced off the kitchen counter and landed in the cereal bowl. Milk splashed across her one good blazer. "Ma, you said no phones at breakfast," 8-year-old Amir scolded. Mouth full of frosted flakes. "Ma also said no swimming in the toilet." "But you tried that last week," she muttered. Fishing the phone out, the screen read, "Court TV urgent subject. Live debate tonight. Criminal justice reform opponent, Addie. Harrison Whitlock if time, 8 p.m.s location, Studio 3. Atlantash stared at the name. Harrison Whitlock IV. The man who once called her closing argument in State v. Carter theatrical poverty porn on national television. The man whose firm billed $1,800 an hour while she still owed $47,000 in student loans. Her mother's voice drifted in from Bangladesh the night before. "Tui Jodi boy pie. Tao or Ajite Jello. If you feel fear, they've already won." Lila wiped the phone on her thigh and typed one word. Accepted. 2. The War Room, 10:12 a.m. The Fulton County Public Defender Annex looked like a storage unit. For broken dreams, flickering fluorescence. Peeling paint, one working printer. 20 volunteers crammed around a folding table covered in Red Bull and court transcripts. "Whitlock's playbook," said Marcus. Her paralegal and best friend since Georgia State Night School. He slapped down a 400-page binder. Every debate since 2015, he opens with personal responsibility, pivots to soft on crime, ends with a fake statistic about recidivism. Lila flipped a page to 137. There, in Whitlock's own handwriting leaked by a disgruntled intern, was the line he used on single mothers. "Some people choose hardship as a lifestyle." Brand she felt the old burn in her chest, the same one she felt when the judge denied bail for 17-year-old Jamal because flight risk sounded better than poor. "Tonight," she said, "we don't defend. We indict." 3. The receipt file to 30 p.m. They called it the vault. A locked Dropbox folder containing 15 years of Whitlock's contradictions. 2009 argued against body cameras because good cops don't need surveillance. 2014 defended a sheriff who deleted 400 hours of dash cam footage. 2017 told CNN qualified immunity is the bedrock of justice. 2022 build a police union to $30 million to keep the same immunity intact after a 12-year-old was shot in the back. Lila printed the choicest pages in color. Then she printed one more thing, a photograph of her client, Keisha Brooks, age 19, holding her newborn the day. Whitlock convinced a jury she deserved 18 years for stealing diapers. 4. The dress 5:15 p.m. Amir watched her iron the same navy suit she'd worn to 43 sentencings. "Ma, why don't you wear the red one? You look like Wonder Woman." "Because Wonder Woman doesn't have to convince a grand jury she's not a threat," she said. Then immediately regretted it. Amir's face fell. He was old enough to know his mom put people in jail and young enough to think she could fix everything. She knelt. "Listen, tonight some people are gonna say mean things about Ma. But remember what we say." He recited like scripture, "Sticks and stones break bones, but words only win if we let them." She kissed his forehead. "Exactly. Now go practice that piano. If I win, we get ice cream. If I lose, we still get ice cream, but you have to share." 5. The green room, 7:20 p.m. Court TV smelled like hairspray and fear. Whitlock was already there. 6'3" of inherited confidence in a $4,000 suit. He extended a manacled hand. "Ms. Roman, still fighting the good fight, I see." She shook it firmly. "Mr. Whitlock, still billing by the hour for injustice?" His smile froze for half a second long enough. 6. The opening bell, 8 p.m. Moderator Vanessa Steele's voice was pure velvet hammer. "Tonight, can America fix its broken justice system? Or are we too soft on crime?" Representing Reform Fulton County's elected state attorney, Lila Roman. Representing Tradition former U.S. Attorney Harrison Whitlock 4. The Chiron Red, single mom versus elite lawyer. They always found a way to say single mom. Like it was a slur. Whitlock spoke first. Voice dripping Carolina drawl. Vanessa, let me be clear. Personal responsibility isn't a slogan, it's the foundation of a safe society. When we coddle criminals, we rob victims twice. He turned to Lila with theatrical pity. And no one understands victims better than a mother, right, Ms. Roman? The trap was set. Classic Whitlock used her motherhood to paint her as emotional, not analytical. Lila waited one beat, two. Let the silence do the work. Then, soft enough that viewers leaned in, Mr. Whitlock, I do understand victims. I became one the day your firm convinced a judge that a 16-year-old stealing formula was a career criminal. She slid Keisha's photo across the desk. It landed face up in front of him. Whitlock blinked. Actually blinked. 7. Round 1, the statistic 8:09 p.m. Whitlock recovered fast. Emotion is powerful, but facts are stubborn. Under Reform DAS, murder rates have spiked 30% in cities like Philadelphia and Los Angeles. Lila didn't flinch, actually. Mr. Whitlock, that statistic comes from a Heritage Foundation paper that cherry-picks 2020 peak pandemic while ignoring that murder rates are now lower than when you were U.S. Attorney. But let's talk real numbers. She held up a single sheet. In 2018, your office prosecuted for 112 non-violent drug cases. Average sentence, 41 months. Cost to taxpayers, $61 million. Recidivism rate, 67%. My office same cases diverted 378 to treatment. Cost, $9 million. Recidivism, 19%. She let that sit. So, when you say soft on crime, what you really mean is hard on pool. People, the control room feed showed 2.1 million concurrent viewers and climbing. 8. Round 2. The race card 8:17 p.m. Whitlock leaned back. Smug returning. Let's not play identity politics. Ms. Roman, the law is colorblind. Lila smiled the same smile she gave death row clients when the governor finally called. Colorblind? That's rich coming from the man whose firm has exactly 0 black partners in 47 years. But sure, let's talk blind. She pulled out the 2009 body cam memo. You fought body cameras because good cops don't need surveillance. Tell that to Laquan McDonald. Tell that to George Floyd. Tell that to the 1,100 people killed by police last year, while your firm collected $14 million defending the officers. Whitlock's jaw worked. Sound less lie. 9. The viral moment 8:24. P.M. Closing parenthesis. Vanessa tried to pivot. Mr. Whitlock, response? He went for the kill shot he'd used on every woman who dared challenge him, with respect. Ms. Roman, you've built an entire career on victimhood. Public defender past, single mother, always the underdog. When do you stop complaining and start solving? The studio went dead quiet. Lila looked straight into camera 3, the one that pushed to millions of phones. She spoke 12 words, slow and clear as church bells. I freed the innocent. You caged the poor. Scales need recalibrating, Harrison. Then she did something no one expected. She stood up, microphone still clipped to her lapel. She walked around the desk, picked up Keisha's photo, and held it to the lens. This is Keisha Brooks, 18 years for diapers. While your client who embezzled $42 million got probation and a TED Talk. She placed the photo on Whitlock's legal pad, right on top of his embroidered monogram. Keep it. Maybe one day you'll understand what justice actually costs. 10. The walk-off 8:27 p.m. Vanessa, Ms. Roman. We still have. Lila unclipped her mic, set it gently on the desk, and walked off set, not stormed. Walked, heels clicking like a gavel dot in the green room. Amir was watching on the monitor with Marcus. Ma just left. He whispered. Marcus grinned so wide his cheeks hurt. Baby, your mama just ended a dynasty. 11. The internet breaks 8:28 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. Twitter crashed for 11 minutes. Scales need RECALIBRATING. Trended in 47 countries. TIKTOK teens stitched the 12 words over. Videos of tipping actual scales. A 73-year-old white retired cop in Ohio posted, I voted for Trump twice. Just donated $50 to Lila Roman. Some things are bigger than party. 12. The fallout. 48 hours later, Tuesday, 9:03 a.m. Whitlock's firm lost 3 Fortune 500 clients. Press release claimed mutual parting. Tuesday to 17. P.M. The Georgia bar announced an investigation into Whitlock's 2014 evidence suppression case. Tuesday 6:45. P.M. KEISHA Brooks. Conviction was vacated. The judge cited prosecutorial vindictiveness and quoted Lila verbatim. Wednesday 8 a.m. Lila's campaign fund, previously $41,000, hit for $0.2 million. Small donors only. Average gift $18.13. The ice cream promise. Wednesday 7:12 p.m. Dairy Queen on Moreland Avenue. Amir got to scoops because Ma didn't just win, she went Super Saiyan. Lila's phone kept buzzing. CNN, MSNBC, BBC, even Fox wanted the first sit-down. She turned it face down. Amir licked chocolate off his wrist. Ma, are you famous now? No, baby. I'm free. 14. The quiet aftermath. 1 month later, Whitlock's partnership was dissolved. He took a sabbatical in Nantucket. Page 6 ran photos of him looking smaller somehow. Lila's office expanded to 3 floors. They hired 28 new public defenders paid for by donors who wrote scales in the memo line. Keisha Brooks started community college, criminal justice major. And every night at 8:27 p.m. somewhere in America, a young woman watched the clip on silent repeat, mouthing 12 words like armor. 15. Epilogue. The new scale. 6 months later, the Smithsonian called. They wanted the Navy suit. Lila sent them something better, the actual scales from her childhood kitchen, the ones her mother used to weigh lentils and justice in equal measure. The plaque reads, donated by State Attorney Lila Romanlo. Taught a nation that sometimes the most revolutionary act is refusing to sit back down. Underneath, in Amir's 8-year-old handwriting, my mom fixed the scale. Now it weighs truth.